It's time for Mountain Crest High School Sports, a presentation of 107.7 KLZX and CashValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, DD Auto and Salvage, Adams Wealth Advisors, Mountain Crest Booster Club, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, The Logo Shop, and Planet Fitness. Now, it's time for the Mountain Crest Mustangs on 107.7 KLZX.
Hello and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of the Rod Tueller Classic in Hiram, Utah. Mountain Crest going to take it on, say it right, say it with me, everyone, Hurricane.
If you're not from Utah,
there you go.
You will mispronounce that.
Yes, you will.
And you half of our cities you will mispronounce.
And you'll get crucified if you say it wrong. So, yep. I'm Cody Olson, your play-by-play broadcaster and voice of the Mountain Crest Mustangs, joined here with Coach Olson as my play-by-play commentator and all-around good guy. Coach, how are you?
I am really good, really good.
Serves you right.
Yeah, I know.
Serves you right.
I am.
There you go. Coach, we're here for game number 2 of the Rod Tueller Classic. Coming up is a very good Hurricane team. The Mountain Crest is going to be tested tonight. And we'll talk a little bit about Hurricane and Mountain Crest and how their paths have aligned and crossed to this point. But the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about was last game. You had the opportunity to watch that game yesterday, see what Mountain Crest was able to do well in getting the victory against Minico. What did Mountain Crest do very well that you hope will carry over tonight?
So they actually shot the ball really well. Mountain Crest had 3 players in double digits. Trey Parker was at 18, I believe, 18 points, which was his season high. The threes were falling for everybody. And Mountain Crest was just able to move the ball really well. They are a really fast team, which is key. That's the thing they need to keep working. Just keep working the speed, because that's honestly what they have over most of their opponents.
Watching that game last night and listening to you, it was that speed that kind of gave the advantage to the Mustangs. Felt like Minico was always on their heels.
Yeah.
And the athleticism and pushing drive of Mountain Crest tonight is going to be something that they're going to need. Tonight, they're going to be taking on a Hurricane team that is 2-2 on the season. They have wins against very good programs. Win against South Sevier in a blowout, 79-45, but even a more impressive win against Skyview, 69-62. That was down in Hurricane. They've lost both of their away games, however, one in Payson, 57-48, and then also to Green Canyon. You watched that Green Canyon game.
I did, yep.
And you had a really interesting tidbit about how Hurricane played and what Green Canyon did to beat them.
So Hurricane came out strong. They had a great first half. I think at one point they were up 20 almost they were up on 20, and we know that Green Canyon team is a really good team. They're ranked number 1 in the region, and there's a reason for that.
Preseason pick number 1 too.
Preseason pick number 1, and but Green Canyon was able to come back, but a lot of it was a 3-point contest with both teams. Hurricane really shoots the 3-point well. And we know that Green Canyon shoots the 3-point well. It's going to be a real test for Mountain Crest tonight to shut down that 3, but then also be able to use your 3, because, again, we know Mountain Crest loves the 3 ball.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to who's going to make a higher percentage tonight. Looking at Hurricane's roster, what they've done so far in the 4 games, they've got a trio of guards scoring 10 or more points per game on average. That's Brigham Kemp, Quinn Gubler, along with R.J. Hurst. Those 3 are going to launch from downtown tonight. Are they going to be able to hit, and can Mountain Crest match that intensity from downtown is going to be a key to the game, absolutely.
And it's going to be huge for Mountain Crest to pick those guys up. Do not let them have free shots, for sure.
And one interesting thing that Mountain Crest could possibly do, something, it's not in their DNA, but I would be intrigued to see what Coach Smith is going to do tonight to slow down Hurricane, because not only is it the 3-point shot, but it's transition threes for Hurricane. It's hey, I have a breath of space, I'm going to launch up a 3. Can you get it down to Dimitrikov? Can you slow things down with your bigs down low? What type of play style is going to dominate in that first half is what I'm going to be intrigued to see going into this one.
So in a couple things real quick that are really interesting. So Hurricane's scoring 66 points per game and allowing nearly 60 points per game. Mountain Crest is scoring right around 57 points per game, but they are only allowing about 44 points per game. So, when on paper, these two teams look really similarly matched. The one thing that I think Mountain Crest might have going for them, last night, being ahead by a long ways for a long time, they went deep into their bench early. The Hurricane at Green Canyon was a physical, long game for them. Will that play any difference coming right back off of a game like that for tonight?
Yeah, that's going to be some keys to the game that we're going to go ahead and watch out for. Again, game number 2 of the Rod Tueller Classic. Mountain Crest Mustangs hosting Hurricane in a fun tournament early on in the season. Again, game number 3. We're going to have a quick turnaround. We'll talk about it throughout the entirety of the broadcast, but yeah. Pretty much less than 12 hours, these boys are going to have to get their legs right and get ready to play up at the Spectrum in a mecca of basketball venues in the West.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it for these boys.
Fun, yeah.
We got this one coming up for you soon. At 9 minutes left till tip-off. We'll take a quick break, come back to you with our final thoughts, and get ready for more action on the pregame show. This is the Mountain Crest Mustangs basketball coverage on 107.7 KLZX and on CashValleyDaily.com. Our pregame show brought to you in part by Planet Fitness. Get energy up without the punishment. Join the judgment-free zone for just $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Welcome back here to Hiram, Utah. I am Cody Olson, your voice of the Mountain Crest Mustangs, joined here with Coach John Olson as we get ready for the game against the Hurricane Tigers on the hardwood coming up. We talked a little bit about both of these teams. Other news from around the valley, Utah State has found its new football coach in former BYU, Virginia Cavalier, and
New Mexico
Lobo,
Bronco
Mendenhall.
And we were talking about that a little bit. We're excited about it. It's going to be really interesting to see. I think there's a lot of pluses that Bronco brings to the stage, and so it'll be very fascinating to see how he pulls that program together. He did in one season turn around New Mexico. So
he did. He brought New Mexico the most winningest season for them in what seemed like a good number of years. Even though it was a 5-7 season. He went. It's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If I'm remembering correctly, the last 2 games of the season for New Mexico went to Washington State, who was ranked 18th at the time. Beat them. And then lost at home to Hawaii. To miss out on a bowl game.
It was one of those things.
Utah State trying to look for some stability, both on and off the field. Bronco's going to bring in one big piece that I think gets talked about very little with the hire for Bronco that we talked about. Is that Bronco, this is his home. He's been here in the state of Utah for a good long while. You can imagine that his name and his connections are going to bring business to the NIL collective that Utah State's providing. Again, a very big brain move by Diana Sabo of Utah State. So she's been really good with her hires so far.
Good. Especially with basketball, and so it's going to be fascinating actually how this all comes together, because Utah State going into the Pac-12 has got to start filling that stadium. You know what I mean?
Yep, they do.
They've got to start filling that stadium for games, and this year they struggled to do that. So
yeah. One venue that they're not struggling to fill is the Spectrum, whereas the Utah State Aggies, I believe, currently sit at 21 in the net rankings, undefeated, but surviving a little bit of a scare against the Wyoming Cowboys earlier in the week. A game where Mason Falslev and Ian Martinez led the way in scoring for the Aggies. They've got a game tomorrow night against an in-state opponent, Utah Tech.
Utah Tech.
So
I think that it's currently on ESPN. Utah State has a 98.3% chance of winning that game. So.
Yeah, there you go. I thought you were going to say it was on ESPN.
No.
Teleport.
No.
You know, Telemundo.
The Quattro. they're gonna preempt dodgeball.
That's
to
what
play
it is.
that.
That's right. Underwater basket weaving got moved back so that we can have the game. I think it's actually on KUTV.
Is it really?
I think.
Would be, probably.
Which is kind of like the same as the Quattro. Like, whatever.
Wow.
I love Dave Fox. Let me come call the games, guys. Come on.
Well, let me just mark off that you're never going to work.
I'm going to make. Yeah.
right now.
They're not going to. Okay. All right. I'm going to. Let's talk about the basketball game here a little bit. As Mountain Crest gets ready, these boys are warming up. We talked about the 3-ball. We talked about the physicality and the pace that Mountain Crest is going to have to keep tonight.
Yeah.
Mountain Crest with a win here will go to 4-1, right? They're currently sitting at 3-1 on the season, or is it 2-1?
2-1.
2-1. Excuse me.
So they'll go to 3-1.
They'll go to 3-1 if they can get the win tonight.
Yeah.
Hurricane trying to get above 500. They're 2-2 on the season. Hurricane is a great litmus test for the Mustangs, because not only are they a very equivalent talent-wise, they give a different look, but they've already played 2 region opponents that Mountain Crest is going to see in throughout the year. So this is a great way for us to determine, hey, how do we stack up? What can we improve on? It's what early tournament games are really about.
Yeah, they really are, and it helps you, find out. It's one thing to have a practice and know who your guys are. It's another when you put them under fire and see who performs under fire. And one thing I do have to say is, after that first game, which we talked about them really just kind of beating themselves, they've come out much more relaxed. And I think they perform so much better when they're just relaxed. And so, and you know how every team has their own personality, just like everybody has a personality. Teams have that personality as well, and that's definitely one of Mountain Crest's things. They've got to come out and just play loose.
Yeah, it's kind of like golf, right?
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore, just get in the hole, man.
Get in the hole. Yeah, you can't play tight.
Can't play tight.
Yep. That's what seals the lid on the basket. So even if you fall behind, you just can't struggle. You just gotta, come out and just. It's got to be fun. Basketball's fun, right?
Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Make it fun. Unlike golf. It's not fun. I
happen to like golf.
I hate golf.
Do you?
I do, but I will caveat in saying that I haven't actually gone golfing in a really long time. It doesn't seem like a fun time, for me. Someone DM me and tell me that golf's good. Anyway, golfing.
It's okay. I mean, it's relaxing. It's fun.
Really? Because I've never felt that.
You never felt that?
I've never felt relaxed, nor have I had fun golfing, ever. So
this is from the person who takes fishing as a physical sport.
It is. If it's not a con,
you body check me when we go fishing. You got to relax.
No.
Fishing and golf is about relax.
No.
Just relax.
Just relax. Just relax. As we're going to inch closer and closer, we will step aside for the national anthem and bring you back for the starting lineups tonight, and give you a look at the sweet fits by both teams, brought to you by the Logo Shop and the Uniform Check. And you know what? The Logo Shop, they can put your logo on about anything. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, you name it. Trust the Logo Shop. We logo stuff. We will go ahead and take a quick breather. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back after this for more action on the hardwood between the Mountain Crest Mustangs and the Hurricane Tigers on 107.7 KLZX.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan. The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Midco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Keep your car running its best with help from Napa Auto Parts. Need a new battery or wiper blades? Napa features the best brands and can even help with battery or wiper blade installation right there on the spot. Locally owned from Preston to Providence. Napa Auto Parts.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
When your car. Welcome back here to Hiram, Utah, as we get ready for the starting lineups for your Mountain Crest Mustangs. It will be your starting five that we have normally seen up until this point for the Mustangs. Number 24, Tayton Martinson. Number 23, Nico Dimitrikov. And number 11, Parker Andrus. Paired with the point guard, Mason Smith. That is your starting five for the Mountain Crest Mustangs. That's been the solid five that we have seen up until this point. These boys have gone deep into the bench throughout the early goings of this season, though. For the Hurricane Tigers, that trio of guards that we mentioned in the pregame show, they will get the start tonight. Number one, a junior Brigham Kemp, paired with number two, another junior, Quinn Gubler. Number three, Phylan Gubler. So we got the Gubler, two Gublers out on the floor for Hurricane. Number 21, RJ Hurst. He averages 13 points per game. And the big man down low, Kalen Hughes, wearing number 50. Your Mountain Crest Mustangs on the floor with their all whites and orange trim and orange numerals, paired with the yin and yang of Hurricane. Black tops, black bottoms with red trim and red numerals as well.
Both of them very clean looking uniforms.
I like them. I like them a lot. Dimitrikov and Hughes out on midcourt, getting ready for the tip-up in the air as we kill the music and get ready for the start of the game here. Ball up in the air, Dimitrikov throws it back into the backcourt for Andrus, who wins the tip. The Mustangs quickly drive. Dimitrikov tried to get inside, tipped around and grabbed by Hurricane. That was a pass that was intended in the middle and a turnover to begin for the Mustangs. Hurricane will start out. There will be a lot of ISO ball at the top over to the right side wing. That quick three that we mentioned will be wide and to the left, grabbed by Andrus on the miss by number 1, Brigham Kemp. So, turnover here and a miss there. We'll start over.
Yep.
Screen at the top of the key, driving to the left. The right-hand scoop layup rims around every part of the rim and is missed by Andrus. Back into the arms of the Tigers. Slow and methodical on the dribble to the left side wing extended. Kemp looks, finds his man Hughes, who was all alone. The switch not communicated and an easy bucket for the big man.
Yeah, that was way too easy. Yep, they got to collapse down onto that quickly.
Back the other way, the Mustangs crossing half court after the inbound. Hughes down low, guarding Dimitrikov at the top of the key. Dribble handoff. Cooper thought about the three, gives it back to Martinson. Shimmy shake, Dimitrikov one-on-one. The pump, the shot, no good. It will be wide right and tipped out of bounds by Martinson, who comes in trying to get the rebound, but instead knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, 2 Mustangs going for it, and both of them not getting a hold of it.
Couple fruitless trips for the Mustangs, 3 times down the court. Early going to the first quarter, here's Andrus, who steps in front of the pass in front of Kemp on the near side, and he actually is fouled going the other way, so it will stop progression really quickly. That was a quick whistle by our referee, and the Mountain Crest Mustangs will get possession back on the inbound in front of the media table. Smith guarded one-on-one versus Kemp, and it will be another foul in the half circle reaching in.
And that'll be Kemp's second.
That is 2 very quick fouls on Brigham Kemp, who is one of your leading scorers, actually the leading scorer for
so
Hurricane.
That's not a great start. And he's going to come out.
Inbound coming up for the Mustangs. Andrus will toss it into Smith on the near side. Dribbles, pounds the dribble at the top. Dimitrikov had a man open on the back cut, elects to give it to Cooper at the top. Now a screen, Cooper with a little bit of space, one-on-one, working the dribble versus Quinn Gubler. Martinson back up to the top. Dimitrikov cuts off his own man, gets the reception at the top of the key. One-on-one, Andrus. Shimmy shake left, right, nowhere to go with it. Good defense with 10 on the shot clock by Hurricane. Mountain Crest got to set up an offensive set here. 5 on the shot clock. Driving is Smith. He's got a lane. Contact and 1. Yes, driving to the bucket.
That was a really good move there at the end, but Hurricane did have a great defense set up there. Mountain Crest struggling to get through.
This will be the first trip to the line of the night for the Mustangs. First for the point guard, Smith. As he makes contact going up and through with the right-hand layup. He gets an extra chance at the line, which he banks. Well, he doesn't bank it in, but he puts it in the bank with a 3-point play. Mountain Crest takes the lead back 3-2 with 5:50 left in the first quarter. Screen at the top for Hurricane. Right elbow jumper is down and in. Pretty shot there by R.J. Hurst.
Yeah, that mid-range jumper, he's got a really pretty mid-range jumper.
You can tell that was a pure shot coming off of his arms. Martinson over to Andrus, floating to the near side block. Penetrating is Andrus as he lays up with the right hand. He is that wild card. He's that X-factor spark that Mountain Crest needs a lot of the time.
Yep, he likes to do that.
Backdoor wrapping around. The big man cannot get it to go. Tipped around a couple times, gets it back into his arms, and Hughes, who missed the original shot, puts it up and in after the bobble inside the paint.
And again, Mountain Crest really got to watch that. Do not let them have extra shots at the basket.
Up at the top is Cooper driving, swings it to the right side wing extended. Martinson, and that's a lot of dribbling and passing. Mountain Crest gets the penetration. The wraparound pass from Smith intended to Dimitrikov is kicked out of bounds. It will stay with the Mustangs.
Yeah, good thought, just couldn't quite get it there.
Near side of the basket, the inbound coming up over the top for Dimitrikov. Inside out pass is stolen by Gubler, and it will be a quick whistle on the floor. Did we drag a toe?
I didn't see.
Well, Mountain Crest is going to get the ball back here in front of the Hurricane bench, and they must have double dribbled or drag their toe. I looked away for a half second just to look at the roster, and I couldn't see.
Yep, didn't see what happened. Just the whistle and changed the ball.
All right, after a couple buckets by the Mustangs, they trail by 1. Up at the top, Cooper, deep 3, and that is good in the bottom of the bucket.
That is his shot right there.
A beautiful offensive setup coming around the screen, pinwheel action up at the top, and Cooper finds himself alone. He shot that from about 3 feet deep. Here's the block from 3 feet deep by Hurricane. The tip out is unsuccessful by the Mustangs, and they wrap up in a tie. Turns into a foul by Martinson on Hurst. So there was a big block by, I believe, Andrus at the top.
Yeah.
They tried to tip it back to him.
Yep.
But they missed on the volleyball spike.
Yeah, they missed on the volleyball there. Yeah, it was a good block, but just could not capitalize on it.
Hurst will inbound on the near side of the Mountain Crest basket. Man defense being shown, and Pugmire will go ahead and check into the game. It will be another foul on Martinson. That will be his second, trying to grab onto the jersey.
Oh.
Trying to shake off his man.
And here's one of those things, too, that is it can be very frustrating as a high school player. Last night, they were let play everything.
Right.
There were hardly a whistle all night long. And now it seems like, blocked.
A great block. No, go ahead and finish your thought.
No, I was going to say, but tonight the whistles are really tight, so it's hard to get your game down when it changes night for night.
Yep, it's the beauty of basketball, and referees, this is gamesmanship. You got to figure it out. Pugmire to Smith on the right side wing. Braden Larson has checked into the game for the Mustangs in favor of the troubled foul Martinson. So another miss on the Mustang side of the floor. They lead by 2. Quick 3 in transition. Well, really just a handoff from way downtown, and that is a beautiful make by Bryson McCauley. Hurricane takes the lead back 9-8 on the dribble handoff 3. Cooper to Pugmire at the top of the arc. Handoff again to Larson, who is fouled on the blocking attempt, driving inside the key.
I do like how Coach is going to the bench already. He's feeling very comfortable with how his bench has played the last 2 games, which is great to have that to go to.
Inbounds coming up into the corner on the long toss underneath the basket. Cooper thought about it, decided to eat it, and Mountain Crest will set back up. Driving, kicking, giving it, and another foul away from the basketball by number 2, Quinn Gubler.
Fouls on number 14.
Oh, on
14, excuse me. That was Bryson McCauley. That was away from the bucket, away from the from the ball.
Last night's game was like 45 minutes because they did not stop. There was no whistles. Everything went so fast.
Well, we've already got
tonight. There's a lot of whistles.
Yeah, we've already got 7 fouls. Mountain Crest will go to the line for shots with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter.
And you just don't see that very much anymore because it's kept by quarter now.
2 shots coming up for Trey Cooper, and he breaks the first one off. No good. Second one for Trey. Doesn't think about it hardly at all. He launches it off of his chest. It's down and in. 9-all with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Kemp dribbling with the right hand. This is Gubler finding a big man underneath, blocked at the rim. Hughes is rejected by Pugmire. Smith taking it the other way, and another blocking foul. Both hands go to the head of the Hurricane Tigers coach, Adam Stout, who's in his second year. That is the 6th foul by his team with 3 minutes.
In the first quarter, we say quarters, the clock says periods. We're not playing hockey, but
no.
But yeah, that's a lot of fouls in that first.
And as the shot goes up from Smith down and in, Coach Stout is over in the ear of the referee. I don't really know what you could technically, unless you're coming for understanding. They're just big blocks. You're taking kids' legs out from underneath you, so you got to be stout defensively. These are physical kids out on the floor. The second shot gets the friendly roll, front, back, and in for Smith as Mountain Crest takes an 11-9 lead. Gubler dribbling with the left hand, the dribble handoff to the man who just made the three-point shot, McCauley. Inside, outstretched arms underneath the basket, no good on the connection intended for Gubler. Out of bounds and a turnover by Hurricane.
I was going to say, it looked like Hurricane was going to come out with a press, but no. They're just trying to pick up Smith out a little bit deeper.
Yeah, make him think about it. Man defense shown here by Hurricane. No, excuse me, it's going to be a 3-2 zone. Smith has the ball poked out and away, gives it to Larson, driving the baseline, hesitates, goes up and misses everything, gets his own rebound, and the second shot won't go. Somehow ends up with the basketball again. Bounce pass out for Cooper. Step back three in the corner. That one is short as well. Andrus wrestling it away. A jump ball is called. And Braden Larson, I guess, is going to get 3 rebounds on one possession.
One shot. That always helps your stats when you can do that.
Stat padding.
Yep.
Whistle comes in, substitution as Dimitrikov will come back, and Pugmire will take a breather. He's been good defensively for the Mustangs. As across the half-court stripe is Gubler. Screen and an offensive foul, and this time I actually think Hurricane might have a little bit of a case here.
Well, I think he did scoot out. He scooted out into him.
Scooted a little bit, but I think that there was a little bit of a shove there by Larson.
Oh, I didn't see it. Maybe
albeit
that's
a little, really sneaky.
Oh, he shoved him into him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just saw him move into him.
Yeah, I think that's what the referee saw too, but I think that farther away you saw a little bit of a two-arm
push
by Larson. So that's the 7th foul against Hurricane in the early goings of this game. We're going to have some foul trouble for the Tigers if they're not careful. Andrus with 1 foot in the half circle, takes the dribble, picks it up, and now he's in trouble. Got to find somebody, and he finds Smith on the far side angle. Dimitrikov, inlet feed to Andrus. That one's poked out and away. It will stay with the Mustangs with 16 on the shot clock.
And so don't take this the wrong way. I really don't. But other than number 12, quarterback out there, Larson, Mountain Crest seems a lot thinner than, Hurricane looks very heavy. They're like their football players, they look like out there.
That's right. Well, that could be the case.
Could be the case, yeah.
Pass intended for the big man inside the key. It is stripped out and away on the interception. Driving on the opposite side, a man wide open for 3. Hurricane, no, off the high iron, tipped around and grabbed on the offensive rebound by Quinn Gubler. Quinn, driving baseline, finds his man in the corner. Here's the dribble drive, up and underneath move with the left hand. Pretty stuff there.
That was a good move
by McCauley.
Good move by McCauley.
And despite the foul advantage by Mountain Crest right now, we're all tied up at 11. Backdoor cut, slight.
Oh,
move.
They're not going to give him that continuation.
Nope, not in the NBA.
In high school, it's a little bit different. The continuation isn't quite as much as
if he was playing 2 levels above what he's doing right now, it would have counted.
I think it would have counted in college.
You think so?
I would say, yeah, they're getting much more liberal with the continuation in college.
Makes sense. Parker Andrus is fouled before the shot, and he'll go to the free throw line. First shot up and good. And we're keeping track. That's 8 fouls in the first quarter by Hurricane. Set to check in on the substitution. Hughes will take out Gubler. And we've got everybody with at least 1 foul on the floor besides the point guard, Quinn Gubler, for Hurricane. 12-11. Andrus shoots it up. We had a flinch move there by the small point guard Smith, who got his man to jump a little bit. Here comes the drive, kick out, 3 wide open, and that rims out, no good. Ball tipped around again onto the floor, a wrestling match. It's saved. Andrus comes away with it, weaving in between 3 different Hurricane players and scoops it up with the right hand.
That was great. From the floor on up, that was a great play.
That was a coast-to-coast hustle play. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Inside feed to Hughes. Back out to the top for Gubler. Leaving his feet, Hurst now drives, step back. And another pass is going to go out of bounds. They'll say Mountain Crest touched it, and it will stay with Hurricane.
Yep. Still very good defense.
14 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off for the Tigers. Near side of the basket, up and over the top. Hughes will dribble out and hand off. Thought about the 3. Back to Hughes on the right side wing. Time running out. Hurst to Gubler. 4 seconds. Driving, baseline, nowhere to go. He's got to put the shot off now. 1 second at the buzzer. No, off the back iron. Mountain Crest Goes into the end of one, up by 4, 15-11. Coach, what are you seeing?
Man, I'm seeing a lot of hustle by both teams, especially considering this is their second game in 2 days.
They're not going to have legs tomorrow.
No, they're not. But, yeah, doing a good job so far, Mountain Crest. And I'm actually impressed with Hurricane as well.
There you go. We'll come back to you for the start of the second quarter right after this quick break on 107.7 KLZX. Video streaming brought to you in part by the Mountain Crest Booster Club. Don't go anywhere.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Welcome back here to Hiram, Utah, the Rod Tueller Classic, game number 2. Coach, you're making a very stark observation in terms of the counting, or rather the number of fouls in this game to last game. What is that?
There's actually more fouls. There were more fouls in this first quarter than the entire game yesterday, I believe. I'm going to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case.
It's going to be a different, and this is a different officiating crew.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And it's a different game, as every game is unique. Mountain Crest will start off with the basketball, the inbound on the far sideline in front of the student section, who's slowly gotten bigger as the game has gone along. Everybody's getting their food and cowboy hats and hanging out. So Mountain Crest, the dribble handoff at the top. We have here on the floor Cale Muir checking into the ball game. Dribble action. He'll get the shot from the right side wing 3. It is good. The three-point shot is made, but the offensive foul takes it away.
Who was it on?
It was, I believe, on Dimitrikov setting the illegal screen. Unfortunate, as Cale Muir came right into the ballgame, cold off the bench and nailed the three-point shot. Would have been big for the Mustangs. Hedging up at the top on the screen, kick out to the top of the key as Hurricane desperately tries to get off of their defender. It is man coverage, or man defense rather, from the Mustangs, dribbling and hitting every portion of the rim, and another foul by Hughes.
He can't reach in like that. At this point, you've got to understand that they're calling a lot of stuff. You can't reach in.
Right. It's an unfortunate foul, really, for Hurricane. There was no need for that foul. Hughes comes in and takes a swipe at the ball as Andrus had it cleanly in his possession. And that will be his second foul as we go 30 seconds into the second quarter. Andrus at the top, dribbling, crossover, free throw, line jumper, skims out through rebound by Hurst. Dimitrikov tried to poke it away from behind into the half-court offense. Mountain Crest playing pretty stellar defense right now, as they've been, sticking on their man, not letting any breathing room. Hughes for 3. He wants it. That was too strong. Rebounded offensively back by Hurricane. Hurst trying to get some shimmy shake space. Decides to give it back up to his point guard at the top. Driving baseline. Stout throws it over the top and away. Tried to be saved in front of the media table. Nobody home, and another turnover. Great defense by Mountain Crest.
Yeah, and they're doing an amazing job of stopping those three-point shooters that are out on that outside. They're not able to get a free shot, which is exactly what Mountain Crest needed to do defensively.
The defenders moving really well laterally and not letting any space go in. So out on the floor for the Mustangs, it's Andrus, Muir, Dimitrikov, Smith, and Larson. Muir at the top, quick toss to the right side, Andrus. Back up, Muir, up and underneath move, long 2, and it is good. It's right
good
underneath
shot.
The line.
He's got a really good looking shot, very pure.
Right. 17-11 as that's the first counted points in the ball game for Cale Muir. Hughes handing off to Gubler, driving and leaving his feet. It will be a foul underneath, a little bit of contact on Brigham Kemp. I think he bounced off of Smith.
Fouls on number 10, Mason Smith.
Yep, Smith. That will be his first foul of the ball game with 6 minutes left in the second. Hughes will take a seat on the bench in as his replacement, Bryson McCauley. Hurst shakes off Larson, fadeaway 3. Toughest of shots that I've seen tonight.
Yeah.
and he makes the three-point bomb in the corner.
Larson was all over him, and he was able to do a shake and bake and get free.
Looked almost out of control, but it goes into the bucket. Yep. Andrus again to Larson, right side wing extended. Muir, bounce pass over to the opposite side. Pump fake, drive, closeout, has to turn back around. Mountain Crest will poke and prod from outside, finally get it into Dimitrikov. Drop step fade away, and that is short. Larson tries to come in for the rebound. It's taken back away by Hurricane on the grab. Transition three way downtown. Hey, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it, and that was from forever away.
Yes, it was.
Tie ball game after 2 back-to-back threes. Every bit of lead that you had, gone in an instant for the Mustangs. Dimitrikov is fouled by McCulley.
And I don't think that was a foul from McCulley, honestly.
No, I don't think so either.
I think he was straight up. There was just normal contact, honestly.
Well, we're getting the message from our referees, and that is
don't touch anybody. Don't touch anybody.
Here we go. Smith to Dimitrikov. Lucky to keep that ball in possession. Larson out from the wing side three, and it is good. That was a shot off the forehead. 3-point bomb, and it is good. Mountain Crest says, hey, I'm going to make some threes as well. Why not? 2017, driving, attacking, another foul. And we are going to be here for a hot minute if this continues to happen with these boys fouling.
We may have to play that game here, tomorrow's game here.
Everybody
won't have time to get to the
Get your sleeping
spectrum.
bags out. Yeah, 4:52 left before halftime. 2017 to the line goes Brigham Kemp. His first free throw up and no, off the right side and out. Pugmire comes in for Dimitrikov on the substitution. And now Coach Smith is coming over to the referee saying, like, hey, let me understand a little bit. Like, what was it exactly? Second shot is good. Going 50% is Kemp in those 2 attempts. Inbound coming up as Mountain Crest crosses the timeline from left to right on your radio dial. Smith clears out traffic from the right side portion of the court, gives it back to Larson as the ball will swing from near to far. Pugmire finding Smith. Penetrating, driving, he's got an open lane, holds it, misses it. Pugmire, offensive rebound, put back good.
Good shot by Pugmire, good follow. That's what you really got to do, and what Mount Crest's done better is crashing the boards.
Gubler, hand off to Kemp, long 3 again, this off the back iron, bouncing around the back, losing it, and this time there was a lot of contact, but no call. Hurst, step back, shifty on skates, has the mismatch versus Pugmire. He's calling for it, says, give it to me, I've got the advantage here. Ball poked away and grabbed. Pugmire gets it, and Mountain Crest will take it away. Andrus, both hands up in the air. He ran the floor, but nobody was able to see him.
Yeah.
Muir back to Andrus, left side wing extended. Larson, as Mountain Crest will weave in between a couple different Hurricane players. Up at the top, Andrus tries to split the double team, lost the basketball, and it's thrown back into the arms of Hurricane. Shifty, 2-on-1 opportunity, behind the back move, left hand layup, everything but the finish, no good. Offensive rebound, double pump, and the foul.
Yeah,
that pump got everybody up in the air.
It did, yep. That was one thing where, you've got to crash, and it had an unfortunate bounce, that first, and so everybody out-jumped it, was coming down when it came down, and Mountain Crest unable to get the rebound.
This time Mountain Crest leads in terms of fouls in the quarter. They've got 4 so far with 3:30 left in the second. 22-18, the free throw off the back iron, no good by Thylan Gubler. Trey Cooper back into the ball game. He's been sitting on the bench for a good portion of this game.
Yeah,
after making a big 3.
Yeah, he did.
Second shot by Gubler. Off the back iron again, but this time it falls back down to earth inside the cylinder and falls in for a good shot. 22-19, a 3-point lead by the Mustangs. Cooper wastes no time, gets the ball, hands it off to Martinson, and the late pass is taken out and away, intended for Pugmire. Hurst with the steal. Steps back, takes it to Andrus, falling away, finds his man, long 3, and that off the back iron. Everything's tough off the back iron for Hurricane. Here's the dribble drive baseline, keeping his balance, and up with the left hand by McCulley is good.
Very close game. So, we're talking about fouls, and we're talking about the differences here, which it's very interesting. Somebody brought this up to my attention. When it comes to the Mountain West, The Mountain West calls their games very close, like very little contact, which I believe is a detriment when we get into the tournament because it's called so much differently there. And
you mean
do
like
not get
the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, the NCAA. And then we do not get the calls that we expect because the national way it's called is completely different than the Mountain West officials. And so, and I feel like to bring that back home, it's so hard to tweak your game when it's changed. Like, it feels like things change so much from game to game. And like you say, that's just part of the game. Everybody deals with it, but it's still so frustrating.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's almost like just an aspect of like, okay, who's going to adapt quicker to what the officials are doing out on the floor? And
exactly.
You went with me a couple years ago as Mountain Crest will inbound the ball. You've noticed that difference in officiating in different states at the high school level as well.
Oh, yes. Idaho is a wrestling match that sometimes they make a basket. I'm not kidding, people.
You laugh, but it's true. Out in that 3-2 zone, this is a wide zone by Hurricane. Mountain Crest wasn't expecting it. They got to come up with a different play. Martinson pumps, drives baseline, long two, and that one off the front of the rim, no good. Grabbed by the Tigers, down by 1 with 2:30 left before halftime. Quinn Gubler, handoff to the right side wing. Hurst pumps, keeps the basketball. Martinson fortunate to come away clean and without a whistle on that one. Kemp shimmy shakes, drives, pop, floater inside the lane, and that is long again. And if we had a chart of where on the basket Hurricane has been hitting, it's been that back iron. Here's the long three from Cooper. That one rims in and out. Skying up for the rebound offensively is Andrus. Another shot for Cooper. Won't miss the second for 3.
Yep, and I love the fact that he doesn't even think about it for the second time.
That's a tendency of a true shooter. You flex when the quarterback overthrows his wide receiver as a DB. That's what you do. Everybody vacates, driving in, and another miss, tipped up and around. Mountain Crest gets the rebound, 2-on-1 opportunity. Martinson back and floating right side, no.
Oh, see, and I don't think so. He was just running through. There was contact, but that was not foul contact.
Nope.
That was basketball contact.
So angry you're hitting the soundboard.
I knocked myself off the air.
That's the the third on Tayton Martinson. Trey, Tayton, Tyson. Good night, guys. Come on.
Yeah, and the thing is, and this is the thing is, those kind of fouls are going both ways too. Both teams are getting fouls that they don't look like fouls to me, but that's fine. That's the game of basketball.
At least
it's consistent. That's what you can say about it.
First shot up and good by RJ Hurst. 25-22 in favor of Mountain Crest. The crowd gets a little bit louder as Hurst goes perfect from the line. He brings it to within 2 with 90 seconds left before halftime. Smith will take a breather as Coach Smith will come down the line and call out the offense. Right hand dribble pounding, driving. Has a vacant lane and tough shot contested, too strong and missed by Mason Smith. Back in offensively are the Tigers. Pugmire coming way out to guard, and he misses his assignment, and another missed layup, this time by Hurricane. Andrus running the floor. Cut off at the baseline, has to turn back around, tipped up in the air, and the deflected steal back by to the Tigers. Here they come across from right to left. Gubler slowing it down a little bit. Spinning right elbow, flipping it back out, and we've got a new individual on the floor for Hurricane as the three-point bomb by Bylan Gubler is good, and there you go. The Tigers take the 1-point lead. It's been an interesting ball game,
it really
to say
has,
the least.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
1 second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here is a steal by the Tigers in front of Andrus. Gubler driving, left-hand layup is good. 3-point lead, and now Mountain Crest has got to come up with some type of good shot with 10 seconds left. Smith calls out for the screen, or he's asking for somebody, yes. Screen to the right, backdoor cut. Larson driving, holds his pose, and he misses it. Tough shot by Larson at the buzzer.
A couple times Mountain Crest has gone down there, and I think the intimidation factor has played when they really just need to focus and go up.
And our Hurricane coaches are out on the floor, trying to talk to our officials. They were unhappy with something that Larson did. I didn't quite see what it is that they were unhappy about.
I don't either, no.
But we're going into halftime. The Tigers lead 28-25 after getting 4 points in the swing really quickly. And interesting one. I mean, again, to say the very least. We'll talk more about it in the halftime show. Halftime show brought to you by Young Toyota and Young Honda. For 100 years, delivering an exceptional customer experience. Think young, drive young. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Cache Valley Daily and 107.7 KLZX.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan. The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scaveland Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Mitco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Keep your car running its best with help from Napa Auto Parts. Need a new battery or wiper blades? Napa features the best brands and can even help with battery or wiper blade installation right there on the spot. Locally owned from Preston to Providence, Napa Auto Parts.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Insurance is exciting.
Are you kidding me? However, Lana Powell State Farm Insurance makes buying insurance a little less painful. Call 752-7639 for a quick quote.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan. The Mountain Crest Booster Club encourages you to support the sponsors that support the Mustangs. Scabelin Roofing, Pool Orthodontics, Reed's Pharmacy, Airbound Gymnastics, Blue Water Construction, Midco Landscaping, and Ridley's Market. To join the Mountain Crest Booster Club, contact the Mountain Crest Athletic Department and support the sponsors that support the Mustangs.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Welcome back here to Hiram, Utah, as we're getting, Hunger Games random contestants to win $5,000 if they can make a half-court shot here. We are 3 minutes away from the start of our second half. And
it's either $5,000 or it's half off a Coke at the concessions. I'm not sure which one it is.
The answer is no.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, we have to start the broadcast by, apologizing. Again, I try and do my very best for pronunciation, and I appreciate when people come up and let me know, like, hey, let me help you out. And it is, it's Thailand Goobler.
Thailand Goober.
Yeah.
Goobler. Now I'm saying his last
Stop
name
it. Now we're going to really get someone to talk
Thailand
to.
Goobler.
Yes.
Okay.
And we got two Gooblers out on the floor, Quinn and Thailand.
Yeah.
So we appreciate them coming up and letting us know that, their appropriate pronunciation. Someone give me the pronunciation guide. Utah State does it for me. Why can't I get it for these games?
That's nice.
That is nice. It is really nice, actually. Let's talk a little bit about what we saw in the first half. You tracked some turnovers.
Yes.
And, who's winning that turnover battle right now?
So unofficially, I would like to point that out. Mountain Crest has 9 turnovers and Hurricane has 7.
Yeah.
So it's still close, but yeah. And that's in a close game like this, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting to see how they adjust to the reffing out here and go in, because they're both got a lot of fouls and some of them on big players right now.
Yeah, Dimitrikov with 2 and Martinson has 3. On the opposite side, Hughes, I believe, has 3. And so it's going to be something to keep an eye on as we move forward. Worthy to note that Mountain Crest has really kind of held the lead in the early goings of this game, partially, due to the fact that they were able to go to the free throw line a few times. But what was really impressive was that 4-point swing in 40 seconds for Hurricane.
Yeah.
They lead by 3, 28-25.
Right.
And I got to go ahead and tip my hat to some of the amazing ISO ball. I mean, some people might take that as like, he's saying that they're playing ISO ball, but they're so slithery with the basketball.
Right.
Like, they're so good about making their own space.
Yeah.
That's really a lost art and something very difficult to do at a high school level. And with Hurricane has multiple that are able to do it.
Yeah. Well, and at this point too, when they set up their offense, Mountain Crest has, with their speed, been able to smother that 3-point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of, hey, I've got to step back. I've got to get an extra long shot here, but they've made it. So, again, it's an adjustment now. Who's going to adjust and how in this second half?
With the last 30 seconds that we have before the start of this second half, what is the biggest adjustment that is going to be needed in order for Mountain Crest or Hurricane? What is the biggest thing? Who needs to do what in order to win this game going into the second quarter here?
Well, I think Mountain Crest has got to do a better job of getting rebounds both on offense and defense and getting those second shots. And then also when they are able to drive to the lane, both of them have struggled to make the basket. It's true. Driving the lane.
A lot of, like Larson's attempt at the very end of the first half hung on the ball for so long, and he was almost coming back down to earth before he left his arms. That's not a typical layup attempt.
No.
So,
nope.
Gotta be strong going to the basket. It will be Hurricane that will start off with the basketball out on the floor for the Tigers. It is Hurst. And he'll toss into Quinn Gubler on the floor as well. Tylen Gubler and Kemp, along with the big men, Kalen Hughes for Mountain Crest. Here's Hughes inside the lane, and an easy shot missed inside off of the bunny hop. And Dimitrikov and Hughes will go for it in tandem out of bounds. It will stay with Hurricane. For Mountain Crest, it's Parker, Dimitrikov, Smith, Parker, Andrus, Dimitrikov, Cooper, and Larson, who's getting the start over Martinson to protect his foul trouble. Andrus with the block on the right side block. Dimitrikov and Hughes will tumble onto the floor. Two big men wrestling for it. It will be jump ball. Swapping the possession arrow, it will go to the Mustangs.
I like the physical from the big guys underneath.
You love it.
I love to see it.
Love to see it.
Yep. A couple real quick updates. Skyview is down to Judge Memorial 26-28 at half. Logan down 33-37 to Morgan at half.
There you go. Andrus at the top. Waits, finds Smith on the right side wing extended, slipping through the double team, and now in trouble. Smith has that one tap off of his foot. Good defense by Hurricane as the turnover for the Mustangs continue to mount up in that tally department.
And again, I think Mountain Crest does better when they're running a quick offense. When they go stagnant, it's when they start to lose the ball.
Gubler swinging off. Kemp had a quick turnaround, and he lost the basketball out the baseline. Turnover on the Tigers now.
Tigers, yep, back and forth.
A little bit of sloppy basketball by both teams for the first minute or so. Andrus and Smith will play hot potato across the line, going into their offensive set. Dimitrikov driving, contact, kicks it out. Cooper spinning, another drive, and another unselfish play. Dimitrikov left-hand layup, and although it was dangerous, it ended up in the right place, and Dimitrikov got it for the left-hand layup. 28-27 in favor of Hurricane. Hurst spinning off the double team, driving, pumping on the left elbow, kicks it far out to Gubler. Back inside, Kemp driving, finds his man, and the ball up for grabs again, saved by Hurricane. Hughes, he'll find his man underneath, bouncing across, and everybody doing the extra bounce and the extra pass. Eventually, an open shot opens up for the Tigers for the left-hand layup for Hughes. It was unselfish all around. It was almost infuriating how unselfish that was. Here's Dimitrikov at the top of the arc, gives it to Andrus on the left side wing. Smith spinning around on the left pivot foot, looking, finds his man, motioning for the handoff. Ball tipped around and deflected, saved by the Mustangs. Andrus drives, kicks to Larson. Contested three off the back iron, no good. And I don't think that that's really the shot I think that they're going for. No offense to Larson, but it's just not the shot. It's not the shot. Quick whistle and a timeout by Hurricane as they lead by 3. 2.5 minutes go off the clock. A little bit of a funky start to the third quarter.
Start. And I don't want to jinx it, but the refs have swallowed their whistle the first little bit.
Now, thanks a lot. Now we're going to be here till friggin' midnight.
Sorry. It's Friday.
Yeah.
We just have
to
get
up. For you, I have things to do.
What? Go to bed.
No.
Come on.
No.
You're an old man.
No.
You're a dad now. That old man dad stuff.
Old man dad stuff is staying up all night with the baby. So I'm gonna be the maddest person in the gym if they start calling fouls. Hurricane coaches or Mountain Crest coaches be darned. I'm going to be down on the floor saying something.
I know your baby. She is a good baby. My first baby was a nightmare.
Oh, jeez.
That kid never stopped
unappreciated in his time, as all geniuses are. They hated him because he spoke the truth.
Because he spoke the truth.
All right, Hurst will inbound, coming in after the quick timeout by Hurricane, and a talking to do about much about nothing. Here we go. 5:30 left in the third quarter. Driving and stopping on a dime. The kick by Dimitrikov will go out of bounds, and our deputy sheriff will politely stop it before it goes out of the gymnasium. It will be an inbound by the Tigers on the far side of the basket. High toss to Hughes. Another deflection. It goes back into the arms of the Tigers, tracked down on the far sideline. Gubler to Hurst, right side. Dribbling with the left hand, floating it up with the tall shot on the left side wing, and another offensive rebound. Bringing the ball down, and a timeout a foul on Andrus. Reaching in. Typically you see, with a big man after he gets that rebound, bringing it down near his knees.
Yeah.
You could get that jump ball call if you're sneaky and careful enough. This time, Andrus gets pegged with the foul. Inbound coming in. Kemp at the top, drives the baseline, spins back around, stopping, and the reverse layup, acrobatic underneath reversal is good. And a 5-point lead for the Tigers, the biggest of the night.
And that's saying something, that 5 points has been the biggest lead tonight.
That's true. Andrus hesitating, looking for somebody. It looks like Mountain Crest running in tar. They just seem kind of slow. Here's the drive and the floater by Cooper, and that is good to try and break the lid off the basket here. Long toss. Hughes driving right at Dimitrikov, and that is missed. He gets his own rebound. This time Andrus
does get the jump
ball call.
Why is he mad about getting the jump?
He felt like he got pushed out of bounds. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
He's got a quest for perfection. He's not okay with just the jump ball. He wants the possession and the foul.
I wish I could get some of his energy, man. That would be amazing.
That would be great.
Love that kid.
Inbound coming up. Soft toss to Kemp. One-on-one versus Smith. Up and under move, spinning away, falling away. Fadeaway shot is good. That's beautiful.
That was.
Great shot by Kemp as he falls out and away. Guarded one-on-one by Smith. Keeps it at that 5-point lead. Only points of the quarter for Mountain Crest have been that floater. And Dimitrikov throws it to Casper the Ghost as the vacant area by Smith, and now Mountain Crest will take the timeout. It will be a full timeout. We'll take it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more action brought to you by Nampa Auto Parts on 107.7 KLZX and video streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Welcome back here to Hiram, Utah. Game number 2 of the Rod Tueller Classic. A battle between the Mountain Crest Mustangs and the Hurricane Tigers. And a little bit of a slow start for the Mustangs as they take the timeout pretty desperately needed. They've been out of sorts really to start this second half.
They have, yeah. And that's the thing is when they play fast, they play better. It's almost like they're trying to slow it down, and that just doesn't work for Mountain Crest.
Man defense shown by the Mustangs, trying to show something a little bit different. Trey Cooper guarding on the far right side. Hurst blows past Smith, a lot of contact, ball up in the air and thrown away.
That was much more of a foul than anything
That would have been a foul in the first half, but
anyway.
Alas, nothing. We got to shut up about that.
Yeah, we do. I don't want to get called.
There we go. Martinson is back into the ball game after being called for 3 fouls in the first half. Dimitrikov flowing out and away, misses the shot, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in with the left hand. Good to follow.
Yeah, good follow. I think he knew that was just way off.
Spinning and pirouetting, getting some space is Hurst. Gets it to Hughes, right side wing. Up and underneath by McCauley. Jump stop. And the shot up and good. Woo, doggy. What a shot there.
That's a good.
I mean, he got slapped right on the arm.
Yeah, he
McCauley
did. That was
by Dimitrikov.
And you've got to be able to play through contact like that, and he does.
Gets the and one foul. Goes to the line as the Tigers are up by 5. 3:18 left in the third quarter. Substitutions as Gubler will come out. Hurst paired with Tyson Stout will come in as well. Dimitrikov is going to come on out with his third foul.
Third foul, yeah.
And a miss grazing the front of the rim by the Tigers. Andrus driving, using his length, shows the right hand, and he will go the whole length with the deuce. Kemp hedging, finds his man underneath on the pick and roll action. Hughes takes advantage of it.
Gotta pick him up down there. You cannot let him run free like that.
Mountain Crest is trying to hedge and double to get pressure at the top of the ball screen, and it leaves his whoever it is wide open. Andrus to Cooper, right side, and Mountain Crest again kind of slow. Martinson in the near side corner. Pugmire for 3. That one's no good.
Shot, yeah.
Tipped around and saved by the Tigers, and that is, again, not really the shot that you're looking for Mountain Crest. A foul riding the hip as Smith will be called for that hand check against Kemp. And you have to be careful. This is an anchor point, a teetering point, if you will, for the game if you are not careful for the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
It really is, yeah. You've got to claw your way back through into this.
Kemp, one-on-one versus Smith. This is the ISO look that they want out of the quick inbound, and he gets it to go on the push shot, driving. Smaller guy on the court, but he uses his body like a big forward, and he pushes the shot on the drop step. 7-point lead now, dangerous territory if you're the Mustangs. Handoff, right side. Driving again, Martinson through contact, nowhere to go, misses the shot, tipped around quite a few times and grabbed by Tylen Gubler. Now Hurricane will try and slow it down. No real urgency on the floor, and I don't know if that was the plan coming out of halftime for Mountain Crest. Gubler pumps, drives inside the key, lost the basketball, goes off of the foot of Mountain Crest and will stay with the Tigers.
Yeah, it's both. I mean, Hurricane is playing a little bit better ball, but both teams not playing as well as they were the first half.
No, it's
Mountain Crest considerably so.
Here's that ISO look again. Larson is beat on the reverse layup. They've gone to that play every time for Brigham Kemp, and he has scored most every time they've gone to him. 9-point lead now with 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Mountain Crest needing something to happen on offense. Will it be a long 3 by Muir? No.
No, but there was a push, yeah.
A foul on the rebound. It will stay with the Mustangs underneath. Number 14, Bryson McCauley will come out of the ball game on the push on the rebound. Larson finds his man all alone. Muir under some contact again, and he misses the shot on the long 2.
They've kind of gone cold, Mountain Crest, right now.
They have. Kemp looking like Kyrie Irving out there driving, and he will be fouled on the arm, and he's putting some ISO ball on Mountain Crest right now. He's shifty as all get out.
Yeah, he is. Making it very hard to defend. Possibility of going up by 10 now or 11.
At the free throw line is Kemp. He's had quite a few points in this third quarter, and that free throw make will put him into the double digits. 10 points for Kemp. He matches his teammate, R.J. Hurst, for double-digit points. This to put him in the lead, and he misses the shot. Another offensive rebound and a foul And Mountain Crest cannot buy a rebound now.
No, they can't buy a rebound or a shot right now.
10-point lead for the Tigers. They've slowed the game down. They've grinded it to a stall, and Mountain Crest has not been able to match their offensive capabilities. Free throw no good as Tylen Gubler at the line misses his first shot. Second opportunity for Gubler. Up and in. 11-point lead now for the Tigers. Muir will take it out of the backcourt on the inbound. Martinson to Andrus. Collapsing in on the ball carrier at the top. Muir almost lost the basketball and tossed it out of bounds. Larson to Andrus. Drives the baseline with the left hand. Stops, goes up and underneath. Finds Pugmire, who brings it down low, and he gets it into the bucket. That's dangerous as a big man. You don't want to keep that ball low.
No. Nope.
But he gets it. 9-point lead for the Tigers. Cut down a little bit with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Wraparound screen three at the top of the arc is missed, and another offensive rebound poked away. Pugmire tries to rip it out, and it will be a foul on Hughes.
Yeah.
And
he reached in again, and it's one of those things they're really looking for. You know what I mean?
It's been an emphasis in this game.
Yeah, it's been an emphasis in the game. It's that reach in.
That foul for Hughes will be his third. So he went into that half with 2. That will be his third. Smith will come in for Larson. Substitution-wise for the Mustangs, and they've got to come up with something. I would hope, or rather I would assume that Mountain Crest is going to try and set up for a good shot. I would love to see, Martinson or Muir on a three-point shot here with 7 seconds left in the third. Playing way out beyond the line is the defense of Hurricane. Andrus will take the long contested 2 and hit it. Huge shot for Andrus.
Good shot. That's cuts it down a little bit coming into the fourth.
Into the fourth quarter we go. Hurricane leads 44-37 after the buzzer beater shot from a deep 2 range by Parker Andrus. We'll be back right after this quick break and a message from our sponsors on 107.7 KLZX.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Back into the blue gymnasium at Mountain Crest High School. The Mustangs outscored in the third quarter quite substantially. They find themselves in a hole by 7, trailing the Hurricane Tigers in the second game of the Rod Tueller Classic, starting the fourth quarter. And it was really just a slog of offense for the Mustangs. And Hurricane seemed to thrive a little bit in that play for just a second. So.
Well, Mountain Crest in that third had 5 turnovers and Hurricane had 3. So you can't turn the ball over like that. They've got to really tighten up this quarter.
Andrus will toss it into the backcourt for Smith. It will be Mountain Crest possession to start this fourth quarter as Smith will come across the timeline. Dimitrikov at the top, handoff to Cooper. Sidestep, long 3. Cooper setup is good. What a great spark there for Mountain Crest in the setup on the screen from Dimitrikov. Deep 3 by Cooper, and that brings it back down to a 4-point game. One-on-one opportunity, sidestepping inside layup attempt. Beautiful.
Wow, that you
can't beat it.
It's hard to defend that.
And Kemp is starting to light it up here in the second half. 46-40 for the Tigers. Martinson almost has the ball poked out from behind. Backdoor cut, right-hand layup. Dimitrikov, Martinson, good for 2.
Much better offense run right now by Mountain Crest.
There it is, just this ISO ball. Look at this. Hurricane all on the opposite end of the floor, and they're just going to go one-on-one. Kemp versus Smith, up and around. The ball gets kicked out of the arms of Kemp.
I thought that might have been a foul. That would have been a late
I don't
whistle,
think it was a foul, but it was just rather off the foot. Yeah. 7 minutes remaining, and Hurricane seems more than happy to clear everybody out.
Yeah.
And just go one-on-one.
Yep.
Inbound coming up on the near side. It will be Hurst. Waiting. We're frozen on the court. Here we go. Now the toss in. Hurst looking for somebody. Wants to go to Kemp and will. He's got the hot hand lately.
Again.
Jab. Jumping. Long two. 15 feet out. Baseline J.
That's their whole offense right now. It's just clear it all out to one side, and
that's how it's going to be. Mountain Crest got to get zone or something
zone.
Looking.
I was going to say you got to switch it to a zone, or you got to.
Martinson to Dimitrikov. Gets the deflection off of his foot. Finds his way inside. Great post move as he backs his man down. Throws it up with the right hand baby hook. And so they're trading buckets and blows to start this fourth quarter, 48-44 with 6:19 left in the fourth. Here's that ISO ball once again. Wraparound pass. Hughes gets it. Dimitrikov closes out too much. Up and under move for Hughes. Timeout called on the floor by the Tigers. They lead by 6. Coach,
Mount Crest
this is
has cut
haymakers.
into it.
This is true.
They have cut into it. But yeah, they're just, it's really weird. They're just separating him down and letting him play. I don't know. It's
like you have an all-star out on the floor. Like it is.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, if you're listening on the radio and you're not watching the broadcast right now, it is literally everybody get to the opposite corner and just let the point guard, Brigham Kemp, go one-on-one against whoever is guarding him. Nobody seems to be able to do it right now. If you're going to stay in man, maybe you put Andrus there for a little bit more length or something. It doesn't seem like Mountain Crest has an answer for that right now.
And I think that Coach down there is talking about that right now. And again, you could even go zone or collapse 2 onto him. I mean, that's what I would do. I would bring somebody out and just collapse down on him and make sure everybody watches for the cut.
I mean, if you got a double team, you got to make somebody else make a bucket besides Brigham Kemp right now.
Yeah.
So, and we say that in the most complimentary way.
Right.
He is shredding defensively for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job right now. And I imagine that the Hurricane has come in and they're like, well, they're going to do something different. So let's look for that open pass, because it's also setting up something down the road.
Absolutely. All right, here comes Smith going up against Kemp, and it will be man defense shown by Hurricane. Andrus up to the top, swinging to the far side, coming up and through the double screen. Cooper spinning off the left leg, and it's good. Trey Cooper has been an answer.
And he has not played as many minutes tonight, but he still has 17 points.
Here is Hurst driving inside, guarded by Martinson. One-on-one Kemp. He's going to take the long 3 now, and this is the first miss and an offensive rebound by Hughes. Ooh. And if it was on the rare opportunity he misses, you got to rebound it.
You got to rebound it. Yeah, you can't.
Smith gets past his man, finds Dimitrikov, hesitates, drives in, takes the tougher shot with the right hand layup or the push shot, and it is good. So down to 3, the difference between these teams. Offense that was, on the back of a milk carton for Mountain Crest in the third has shown up. Here's the foul by Dimitrikov on the drive by Tylen Gubler. And we'll go to the line for 2.
Yep, and that's 4 on Dimitrikov. Somebody who doesn't very often struggle with fouls.
Nico?
He hasn't so far this year. But then again, this is an off game for everybody, I think.
Gubler's shot up and good. He's pretty good on the night. I want to say this is his 5th and 6th trip to the line. He shot pretty decently well. 53-49 in favor of the Tigers. The high arcing shot is good. And I have to think that I don't remember that being as high of arcing shot on his first couple free throws. Look at almost like he changed up his shot.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm missing out and going crazy. Andrus to Cooper, drives the baseline, the floater from way out. And now Cooper has the hot hand for the Mustangs.
Yep.
Who's going to cool off first? That's basically going to be the question for the next 5 minutes left in this ball game.
Mount Crest desperately needs a stop here.
Kemp hesitates, drives, takes the long three on the jab, and he says, whatever you can do, I can do better from way downtown, 57-51. Smith at the very top of the key. 3-2 zone shown by the Tigers. Mountain Crest got to come up with an offensive set to counter. Cooper, back and forth, hot potato action. Looks like Mountain Crest was expecting man. They're seeing something different. Dimitrikov inside. Floater is good on the wraparound assist from Smith.
Got to pick him up.
4 minutes left in the game. Kemp, hot hand heat check. I tip my hat to you, sir. Coach Smith says, everybody get to the bench. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, he is. He is playing out of his mind.
He is. It's incredible.
He has been a huge difference in this game. And what's funny, you look at the score, and Hurricane has 4 players in double digits right now. But still, Mountain Crest down by 7
It's not
right
a long.
now.
It's not. You're still very much in this game.
They're offensively, they've come back on. It's just defensively, they're having trouble figuring out what they're going to do with Hurricane.
Yep.
Because, they've shot the ball very well. And we knew this was going to be a great test for Mountain Crest.
Brigham Kemp has scored 14 points in the second half.
In the second half, yeah.
Yes.
Well, he's hit everything, you know what I mean? So
whatever Coach Smith is going to draw up in the huddle, it's not going to be a secret. What's up?
Kemp, a junior, so he will have another year too.
Hey, man.
Hurricane's going to...
When the rich get richer down there.
Yeah, they do.
Love it.
And I do love the fact that it's a close game. Mount Crest is down. You learn a lot about your team in situations like this.
Andrus will inbound from his own baseline to Smith. Going to be met at half court by Gubler. High dribble with the right hand, bounce pass to Andrus, the backdoor cut. Dimitrikov back over to Andrus, right side, driving, kicking, layup, and the foul. Andrus smacked on the arm. And, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Mountain Crest had a better look inside.
Yeah.
Previously, they were like bouncing it around. Maybe I'm crazy and I'm missing stuff.
One thing that they are doing is they're driving, and they've been making that. I would love to see, especially Andrus, drive, because he draws everybody in, and kick it out.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're going to get.
Here comes the first shots up for Parker Andrus. Up and good into the bucket. Andrus has come alive pretty well. Trey Cooper's come alive in the fourth quarter for the Mustangs. And Trey Cooper, believe it or not, I didn't think he had this many, but according to our scoreboard, he has 19 points.
Yeah, and he did not play a lot that first half.
Shot is down and in for Andrus. 5-point difference with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. You got to come up with a stop if you're the Mustangs. Andrus, there you go. There's that switch up.
There's that switch up.
He's going to drive on Andrus and get blocked at the rim, and Dimitrikov tips it away from himself and to the waiting arms of a Hurricane player, falling out of bounds.
That was good play. Ooh.
Coach
and
Stout.
the coach is fuming because he thought that he caught it out of bounds. But it looked like, it's hard to tell, but it looked like it hit then going out. But
he might have an argument.
They better not overturn it though off of his argument, because you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can say, okay, I may have been wrong on that, but this is how it is.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
That's
and
going to be the call.
You can do that. You can say, this is how I saw it. I will keep an eye on it next time, coach. But you cannot change your call based on the coach getting in your face. So if that were the case, Bear River would have never lost a game in their lives.
Or, Boise State.
Or Boise State, yeah.
Andrus misses his layup attempt. It will go out of bounds off of the deflection on the attempted rebound of Tylen Gubler and out of bounds. I got to keep on this play-by-play. And
sorry
about that.
Drawing you off.
Got to focus here. 3 minutes left in the ball game. A 5-point lead by the Tigers. Inbound coming up for Smith. He'll go into the corner, leaving Trey Cooper all alone. Yes! I mean, the kid's been on fire. How do you lose him in that corner shot? Back to a 2-point game. Andrus gets the defensive assignment, one-on-one versus Kemp. Shimmy shake, back step, the screen. Smith
you're gonna get
with an easy push. Call defensively.
Smith asked him why'd he flop. I don't think. I mean, he had a good push on him. It's
pretty easy to see.
It's pretty easy. Yeah, I mean,
he's getting annoyed at how many screens that was going on. There you go. Good screens. It's one-on-one. Switching it up. Kemp versus Andrus. The screen by Hughes. And a foul this time.
Oh, that was not a foul. That was absolutely not a foul.
I didn't see you.
He didn't even touch him. That was terrible. Oh, that was a terrible call.
This will be the third on Andrus. He's got to be careful.
Yeah, he does.
He's being a spark for the Mustangs.
And defensively doing an amazing job.
Yeah, he's done pretty well.
They should have done that quite a while ago.
Gubler driving, kick out for three. Right side, yes. Huge shot. That's somebody else making big shots for Hurricane. It's what you need if you want to hold on to this lead if you're the Tigers. Here's the three from Martinson. That one way off the left side. Hughes bounces it off of his foot.
Yeah, that's off of his leg.
Hughes and stays with the Mustangs. They
needed that, and they needed that down by 5.
A mulligan and a redemption opportunity down by 5 with 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Timeout by the Mustangs.
Good timeout. Wow, this is a good game.
Good game. It's really been really fun.
Game.
Great offense.
Both teams are playing so well. It's been crazy, yeah.
Been fun, and it's been a fun chess match. You know,
yes.
Hurricane seems to be the one that is making the moves that Mountain Crest is countering, but Mountain Crest has had answers.
Yeah, they have.
So what has been shown, this could easily have been a game where Hurricane blew the doors off of this game in the fourth and third quarter. Somehow, some way, Mountain Crest has come up with enough answers to be within striking distance within 2 minutes. This play coming up is going to be huge.
Yes.
I don't think you need the 3-ball technically.
No.
You'll take it if it ends up in the arms of Trey Cooper right now.
Right.
But, any points is what you're going to need with 2 minutes left, Coach.
Yeah, you're going to need, you've got to score on this possession regardless and then come up with a stop. But right now, it's not the scoring part that Mountain Crest has struggled with. It's the stopping Hurricane on the other side because it was that third quarter for Mountain Crest that they struggled. And then have just tried to claw back into it. It's been the biggest difference. So, but this Hurricane team is very, very close to what Mountain Crest is going to play the rest of the season in region. So I love that they're playing Hurricane.
Inbound coming up for the Mustangs on the near side of the bucket. Ball slapped. Here comes the offensive set. Andrus coming way through the action, throws it up for Dimitrikov. Pushes his way inside, drives, right-hand layup. Strong move by Dimitrikov. That will be his 12th point of the basketball game, all really inside the paint domination. 3-point difference. Long two on the left side wing is good by Quinn Gubler.
So that's the thing is somebody else just steps in and scores.
It's an indication of a good basketball team.
Yeah, this is a really good basketball team. And
Dimitrikov driving, gets around his man, left-hand layup is good. He matches the shot on the opposite end, getting past his man. 90 seconds left, 3-point difference.
Ooh.
Andrus, and that one is a foul.
That is a foul. You can't reach in on that one, yeah.
It's a very dangerous poke for Andrus. That will be his 4th. And Coach Smith goes out on the floor and says, hey,
you got to play smart.
Gamble somewhere else on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much aggression by Andrus. I like the way that he's playing. He's not letting the game be taken to him. He's taking it to somebody else.
Yes.
Which is what Mountain Crest needs defensively. Here's Quinn Gubler out on the floor, clearing out underneath. Hurst, guarded by Smith. Sitting in the chair, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ball tipped around and saved.
Oh, how is
that? There you go. Trey Cooper gets the ball back. It should have been a backcourt violation. Here's Andrus in the corner. He'll drive, give it to Dimitrikov, who's had the hot hand. Up and under move is good. 50 seconds left. 1 point lead by the Tigers.
So just no 3, and then you're in good shape. So
game, gymnasium comes alive as Kemp dribbles into the half circle. He's going to take as much time off the clock as possible. Andrus out to meet him. A screen by Hughes, and they'll take the timeout with about 12 seconds on the shot clock. Woo, what a game.
This is a heck of a game. And you got to give it up to both teams. They have both played so well tonight. It's sad somebody has to lose.
Yep.
But, yeah, and both Mountain Crest and Hurricane were picked right in the middle of their division in the preseason. But I think Hurricane and Mountain Crest are better than that, personally. But
in their regions?
There are, it's going to be some scraps in there, of course. But yeah, this is a really good Hurricane team, and this is a really good Mountain Crest team that has come out and scrapped their way back into this game after falling so far behind.
Huge resilience by the Mustangs to come back into this thing. The crowd has come alive. Hurricane's going to draw up an offensive set here, led by Adam Stout. And, right now it feels like everybody can be a possible candidate.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
For who can take this shot. A field goal make would be, make it a 3-point game. Everything but a 3-point shot. I mean,
yep.
I would give up. I don't know. You want to stop. You just want to stop.
Yep, you want to stop.
Part of me almost thinks, do you intentionally foul here to even not let them get that?
You might want to choose the person to foul, but yeah.
Yep. Gubler in the backcourt, gets it, guarded by Trey Cooper. 7 seconds on the shot clock, 1-on-1. Driving the baseline, wraparound pass, and Hughes is left alone.
Yep.
For the bucket, 14 seconds left. Smith to Dimitrikov, 10 seconds remaining in the timeout by Mountain Crest. They're going to have to take a three-point shot.
Yep, 3-point shot.
The drive, beautiful play, design. Mountain Crest gets caught looking at the basketball and leaves a man wide open underneath.
Yep. The only plus is that they scored it a 2 and left a Mountain Crest time. It was 15 seconds, now 11 seconds.
Yep.
Please stay in the bleachers, do not come on the floor.
We're getting a warning. You're not
allowed to go on the floor, Cody. So
I haven't been allowed to go on the floor for a long time.
Yep.
In fact, when I played, I wasn't even allowed on the floor.
Hey, they let you sweep up after.
Ask Coach Kyle Day. He'll know. That announcement I got every pregame for every game. They're like, hey, Coach Day would be like, no, you're not allowed on the floor.
No. Oh, you don't need to take your warm-ups off, Cody. You're good.
Hey, you're like the token, you're the jester of the court, man. That's what you do for this team. Okay, here we go. Inbound coming up for Mountain Crest. Got to take the timeout right now if you're going to get this. Very close. Here's Andrus. Hand off to Cooper for 3. No. Rebound up in the air and grabbed by Hurricane. The collision. We got a couple of different.
We got Dimitrikov is hurt. He rolled his ankle back.
Yes, he is. Somebody get out onto the court. There's the help of Marcus Ma. We're going to go ahead and probably turn the camera off of Dimitrikov as we go ahead and probably take a quick breather and talk about this. Dimitrikov is down on the floor, and we hope that he's okay.
We do, and that will be a big loss for Mountain Crest. Even in the game, with 5 seconds left, it's pretty much over, but
yeah.
I've rolled my ankle. You've rolled your ankle.
It sucks.
It stinks.
Yeah, we don't know what the extent of that injury is whatsoever. And he's able to get some help off of the floor with the aid of the athletic training staff and all-around superstar Marcus Ma, but he's putting it on the line tonight. He'll probably end the night with 16 points.
Yeah, 16 points. Good. Good play by him, and
that was the look that you wanted for Mountain Crest.
Yep.
That is who you wanted taking the shot. They had space to take the shot. Just didn't fall.
Nope.
in that instance.
Fall. Oh, was there a foul called?
Yeah, after on the rebound. So R.J. Hurst is going to have the opportunity to push this to a 2-possession game. His shot is up and good, and that effectively puts a pretty solid nail in the coffin of a game that has been so fun to call.
Yep.
Here's R.J. Hurst once again. That is his 11th point, his second shot up and out. Grabbed by Pugmire. Cooper will dribble across half court and throw it off of his hip. And that will be the end of the ball game.
What a good ball game.
64. What a great one.
That was a great ball game. We can only hope that it's very superficial for Dimitrikov.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out on him. We appreciate all of you that joined to listen to us tonight as part of this broadcast. It was a fun game and a great tip of the hat to a good Hurricane squad. And hopefully more action as we cover some more games tomorrow. We'll do a quick wrap-up on the post-game show tonight. But first, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Our post-game show brought to you in part by DD Auto and Salvage, Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available. Call 787-1204. No job is too big for DD Auto and Salvage. We'll come back here on 107.7 KLZX. Mountain Crest falls short at the very end in a hotly contested battle with Hurricane, 68-64. We'll be back right after this.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
From what's happening in local political elections to breaking news to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Suit up, feel good. Custom tailored clothing for him and her. The Cater Shop, because how you look is the first message you deliver.
Welcome back here to Hiram, Utah for the post-game show today. Mountain Crest falls to a very good Hurricane team, 68-64 in the final minutes of a back-and-forth battle. You couldn't ask for really a better game. It was really fun to see the chess match between these kids that have been able to play really well in the early goings of the season.
Yeah.
Hurricane will go to 3-2. Mountain Crest will fall to 2-2.
2-2,
Yep, on the season. And they have another game in less than 12 hours, basically, at the Spectrum.
Yes, we will be playing, and I had that right in my hand before you asked me. Twin Falls.
Yes.
Twin Falls is currently 0-3. I believe they played tonight and lost as well. But
who's Twin Falls playing tonight?
Maybe they're not playing tonight. They played yesterday. So, couple finals. Skyview beats Judge Memorial 53-48.
Okay.
Logan comes back from behind. Oh, actually, Logan falls to Morgan 59-82.
Wow.
So, and then Ridgeline took care of Minico 72-39. So
big win by Ridgeline.
Yeah. They're on a roll. Ridgeline is undefeated, but Ridgeline and Green Canyon are the two undefeateds right now.
Okay.
But yeah, so great game tonight though by both teams. It was really that third quarter slump.
Yep.
Affected Mountain Crest again.
They did. They were able to make it up. They actually, got really close in this game and was able to have a shot at the end. Let's talk about that shot really specifically. Mountain Crest comes out of the timeout, down by 3. and they elect to go off of the quick shot for Trey Cooper. I think it's the perfect play.
Yeah.
Trey was hot from deep, is shooting over 50% from three-point land tonight.
I think he only missed one other three or something like that.
It was a crazy shot selection and shot make. That was the shot, and it just so happened that it didn't fall. Unfortunate to, one, not only miss that shot and lose the game, but also in the waning moments, Niko Dimitrikov is helped off the floor after an apparent leg injury that we will hope to be able to see.
He did walk out gingerly to shake hands.
That is good.
So, I honestly, you're not going to see him tomorrow. Like, that's my thought.
But the 12-hour turnaround? No. I don't think so.
No. I wouldn't risk it if I was coach anyway. But that's okay, because that's the other thing that's really great, I think, about this Mountain Crest team. They've shown that they've got some depth on the bench.
Yes.
I mean, there's obvious reasons that the 5 starters are the 5 starters, but the bench is... They don't come on the floor and hurt you, which is what you need from your bench.
Exactly. So you expect to see Easton Pugmire get a lot more playing minutes tomorrow, as Mountain Crest will take on Twin Falls in a game in the Spectrum at 10 o'clock. We'll be on the call.
Yes, we will.
And it will be an exciting one for us. On behalf of all of us here at Mountain Crest, let's get our player of the game.
Oh, yeah.
That brought to you by Nampa Auto Parts.
Trey Cooper. We're going to go with Trey. He had 20-some-odd points.
I think he had 20-some points, yeah.
22 probably, I believe is what it was before it got erased. And so,
Mountain Crest wouldn't have been in the game without Trey tonight.
And on limited time. He didn't play a lot in the first half.
No, he didn't. So. He was not. It was a little bit different of a rotation.
The other thing I'll put in before, I know we're going to close up.
Yeah.
But Martinson was taken out of his game early with so many fouls as well, and he just couldn't get on. Last night, he was on fire. So, it's those kind of things that you can clean up. And again, like that first game, it's nothing you can't fix.
Nope, nothing that you can't fix. Everything up and up for the Mountain Crest Mustangs as they drop again. The game to Hurricane, 68-64. Congratulations to the Tigers, and a big, tip of the hat specifically to Brigham Kemp, who had a fantastic game. We can't end the pregame, we can't end the postgame show without saying, that kid went beast mode.
Yeah, he did.
He was Steph Curry-esque on the floor.
He was, yeah.
But with that being said, thank you so much for joining us here on 107.7 KLZX and on CashValleyDaily.com. Mountain Crest Falls 64-68 to Hurricane. You'll see us tomorrow at 10 o'clock at the Spectrum. Join us online at that point. As always, on behalf of myself, Cody Olson, and Coach Olson in the booth, go Mustangs.
When your car isn't